Let's take a look at this week in Catholic history, and here to do that, as always, is Kevin Schmiesing, author of A Catholic Pilgrimage Through American History. You can also find him on the Catholic History Trek podcast. Kevin, good morning.
Hey, Matt, good morning.
Well, let's do a little Norwegian Catholic history.
Yeah, the Diocese of Oslo this week in 1953. Now, that may seem very late for a European diocese, but the reason will become clear in a second. The land of the Vikings in Norse mythology became Christian during the medieval period. A key figure was the King St. Olaf II Haraldsson, who died in 1030, and the original Diocese of Oslo was founded around that time. However, during the Reformation in the mid-16th century, another king, Christian III, joined the Protestant movement, and the nation of Norway, including the Diocese of Oslo, became Lutheran, and so it has remained more or less down to the present. But there also remained scattered individuals faithful to Rome, and the Catholic presence grew gradually over the centuries. In 1667, the Apostolic Vicariate of the Nordic Missions was established to oversee the rebirth of the Church in Scandinavia. One of its early vicars was the famous scientist Nicholas Steno, whom we've talked about before. As the Church continued to grow and organize, the Apostolic Prefecture of Norway was formed in 1869. The government of Norway had granted religious toleration to non-Lutherans in 1843. Finally, on June 29th, this week in 1953, the new Diocese of Oslo was erected, and 900 years after its initial creation, the capital of Norway was once again home to a Catholic diocese. The parish church of St. Olaf, built about 100 years before, became the cathedral. Oslo remains the only full diocese in Norway today, though there are two other territorial prelatures. The church continued to grow after World War II as a result of Catholic immigration from elsewhere in Europe, as well as from Asia and Latin America. And now there are an estimated 100,000 Catholics in the Diocese of Oslo, which is up from just 8,000 in 1970. The Diocese of Oslo in Norway was reestablished this week in 1953.
Wow, that's wild to think that they went from 8,000 to 100,000 between 1970 and the present day. So, especially because, if you follow your Reformation history, that's all Lutheran country in Scandinavia. And
that's right.
That Northern Europe was where, it was where the Reformation took roots most deeply. I'm Matt Swain from the Sunrise Morning Show. Thanks for watching. We encourage you to like and subscribe so we can continue to share more great conversations. And be sure to visit us at sunrisemorningshow.com.